The universe is an infinitely large and ever-expanding place, and over the last several hundred years that we've studied it, to this day we continue to find mysterious things. Things that we simply don't understand, things that defy explanation. Here are the 10 most mysterious objects found in space. Number 10 is Galaxy X. Once thought of as purely theoretical, there is now good evidence suggesting that our galaxy, the Milky Way, has a ghostly companion. Often referred to as Galaxy X, it's believed that this galaxy orbits around our own. The reason that we cannot easily detect such a massive object in space is that it's probably made out of dark matter, an elusive substance which is theorized to make up about 25% of the universe. Astronomers believe that they may have found the location of Galaxy X 290,000 light years from our galaxy. It's believed that unusual tidal effects within the Milky Way can be explained by the gravitational effects of Galaxy X. But there's controversy over what exactly is Galaxy X made out of, what's within it, and will we ever truly understand it? Number 9 is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall is bigger than you can possibly imagine, and one of the most mysterious regions in space. Thought to be the largest structure in the universe known by man, this superstructure consists of a sheet-like pattern of galaxies about 10 billion light-years long and 7.2 billion light-years wide. This is equal to 10.7% of the diameter of the entire observable universe. Discovered in 2013, astronomers and physicists are still wrapping their heads around the implications of this structure. It seems to violate Einstein's cosmological principle, which states that the largest structures in the universe should be around 1.2 billion light years in size. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall is 8 times that, and no one is even certain how it's possible that it exists. Number 8 is the CMB Cold Spot. There is a massive region of space which is colder than it should be, and that discovery has created an enduring mystery. Known as the CMB Cold Spot, this region violates what physicists would expect to see throughout the universe. After the Big Bang, which created the universe, a residue from the unimaginable explosion called the cosmic background radiation was left throughout the cosmos. This can be thought of as an echo of the Big Bang. It should be homogeneous, in other words, the same across the universe, but the CMB Cold Spot contradicts this and is significantly colder than surrounding areas. Possible explanations for this include it being a hypothesized sparse region of space known as a supervoid. Another could be that it's a bruise in our universe when it collided with another universe at some point in the past. Number 7 are Fermi bubbles. There are 2 huge bubbles of gamma rays billowing out of our galaxy, and so far there's no consensus as to what they are or how they formed. If you imagine the Milky Way as a huge revolving disk of stars known as the galactic plane, one Fermi bubble extends from the center of the galaxy above the galactic plane and the others below it. And they are massive. It's estimated that they measure 23,000 light years in diameter each and contain enough gas to create 2 million stars similar to our sun. Some believe that a huge explosive event occurred at the center of our galaxy up to 9 million years ago. What that event was is up for debate, but some believe that the bubbles were produced by a massive black hole at the center of our galaxy. Number 6 is Lyman alpha blobs. Lyman alpha blobs are gigantic gaseous structures produced by an unknown mechanism. Some of these blobs are hundreds of thousands of light years across and rank among the largest objects in the known universe. The first blob ever discovered was Lab 1 in the year 2000 and has been studied extensively since. One recent development suggests that these blobs are a trick of the light here on Earth. They may appear to be fuzzy and indistinct, but it's possible that they contain several galaxies orbiting each other, producing stars at an unusually high rate. It's thought by some that the Lehman alpha blobs may be the mechanism through which galaxies themselves are formed. We will never know for sure until we have the technology available to study them. Number 5 are green bean galaxies. Green bean galaxies are extraordinarily rare and mysterious. What makes these galaxies so mysterious is the way that they glow. In a normal galaxy, a supermassive black hole tends to sit at its center, causing dust around it to glow. This region covers about 10% of the galaxy, but in green bean galaxies, the entire galaxy glows. One theory is that this is caused by a quasar ionization echo. This simply means that there was a huge short-lived event at the center of the galaxy, which produced the glow for a limited time, perhaps 20,000 to 200,000 years in duration, and the glow we see at this moment is an echo of this. And some argue that these phases may happen again, despite not truly knowing when or how they happen. Number 4 is Tabby's star. Tabby's star is the name given to one of the most perplexing mysteries in recent astronomy. This star is like no other. The amount of light produced by Tabby's star varies on as much as 22%. Actual variable stars do exist, but Tabby's star doesn't fit that profile. It's what's known as an F-type main sequence star and shouldn't behave anything like this. Instead, it appears as though something is orbiting the star and partially obscuring it. Now, this does happen when planets pass between us and a star, but the amount of dimming is what sets Tabby's star apart. So far, no agreed explanation has ever been found, but suggestions include that an orbiting planet recently disintegrating and leaving debris around the star is the reason. It could also be uncommonly high volume of comets or asteroids in the system, or even more mysteriously, an alien structure known as a Dyson ring. Number 3 is Segway 1. Segway 1 is an unusual object which orbits our galaxy. With a mass 600,000 times that of our entire solar system, it produces a combined light output equal to 300 suns. This sounds like a lot, but it's actually extremely dim compared to its galactic neighborhood. Consisting of mainly ancient stars from around 12 billion years ago, the Segway 1 contains around 1,000 star systems. Astronomers aren't sure if it's a true galaxy or even a globular cluster of stars because it doesn't fit the profile. But the biggest mystery of the Segway 1 is that it has an unusually high mass to light ratio, which may suggest that this object is dominated by dark matter. Then there are others that suggest that the Segway 1 is a precursor to a galaxy which never completed the final steps of its evolution for some reason. The only thing that is certain about the Segway 1 is that nothing is certain. Number 2 is CDFS XT1. In 2017, astronomers using NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory discovered a unique X-ray source called CDFS XT1. This event was a highly energetic explosion resulting from an unknown destructive event. But unlike other high-energy bursts, this one had some unique properties, including becoming 1,000 times brighter in just a few hours before disappearing. Though the source isn't certain, data from the Hubble Space Telescope suggests that it came from a galaxy 10.7 billion light years from Earth. In just a few minutes, it produced 1,000 times more energy than all the stars in its home galaxy. Explanations include a gamma ray burst pointing away from the Earth, or a black hole destroying a white dwarf star. Then there's a third possibility that it came from something that we've never encountered before. And number 1 is the zone of avoidance. Known as the Zone of Avoidance, this area of the night sky hides a number of perplexing mysteries. Due to interstellar dust and star systems blocking our view along the galactic plane, astronomers have found it difficult to study what may lie beyond this region. This accounts for as much as 10% of the night sky. Inside this zone sits the Great Attractor. This is an unknown object or structure which is pulling galaxies, including our own, towards it. Some recent studies suggest that it may be a supercluster of undiscovered galaxies hidden behind the galactic plane, but until we figure out a way to observe the Zone of Avoidance correctly, mystery is still going to surround the area and the Great Attractor. Who knows what amazing, mysterious, or potentially even terrifying things wait to be discovered. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it in the future, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications for my new uploads. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.